What if I told you that some of the most reliable, most efficient, and most technologically advanced electric vehicles on the planet right now are being completely overlooked by millions of buyers? Not because they are bad cars, but because nobody is talking about them. While everyone argues about Teslas and rushes toward flashy new releases, three incredible EVs are quietly sitting on dealership lots at prices that seem almost too good to be true. And the secrets hiding under their hoods will genuinely surprise you. These are not slow, boring, or compromised machines. One of them holds a real-world efficiency record that even the most expensive luxury EVs cannot beat. Another was engineered by the same team behind some of the greatest performance cars in automotive history, and most people have no idea. And the third one carries a hidden advantage so practical that once you hear it, you will wonder why every single electric car on the market does not do the same thing. If you are the kind of person who loves discovering things the crowd misses, hit subscribe right now, give this video a like, and drop a comment below telling me which EV you think is the most underrated on the market today, because we are just getting started. The first car on this list is the Nissan Leaf, and before you roll your eyes and keep scrolling, I need you to stay right here, because what most people think they know about this car is dangerously incomplete. The Leaf is the single best-selling electric vehicle in automotive history, with over 600,000 units sold globally before Tesla even made the Model 3 a mainstream product. But what almost nobody talks about is how the second-generation Leaf, particularly the E-Plus variant with its 62 kWh battery, quietly delivers real-world range figures that rival cars costing twice as much. Most drivers never realize that Nissan developed an entirely proprietary thermal management strategy for the Leaf called the e-pedal system, which lets you accelerate, decelerate, and come to a near-complete stop using only the accelerator pedal, with zero brake pedal input, maximizing regenerative energy recovery in a way that is genuinely ahead of what many newer EVs offer. And this is where things get interesting. Independent long-term reliability studies conducted by organizations like Which? In the UK found that the Leaf consistently scores above average for owner satisfaction among EVs in its price class. What makes this even crazier is that the Leaf's motor and inverter technology feeds directly from Nissan's decade-long partnership with Renault and Mitsubishi, a global electric alliance that has produced more EV engineering hours than almost any other automotive group on Earth. But there is one detail almost nobody talks about when it comes to the second car on this list, the Renault Zoe, and that detail is its real engineering DNA. The Zoe was designed from a completely blank sheet of paper as a pure electric vehicle, not converted from a gasoline platform, which means every single millimeter of its structure was optimized specifically for EV efficiency from day one. It holds one of the highest energy efficiency ratings of any production electric car, achieving approximately 6.4 miles per kilowatt-hour in real-world driving conditions according to data gathered by ev-database.org, which puts it ahead of vehicles costing 3 or 4 times its price. The Zoe also introduced a revolutionary onboard 22 kilowatts AC charging system years before the competition caught up, meaning it could fully charge overnight using nothing more than a standard 3-phase domestic supply in European markets. And what happened next shocked everyone in the industry. Despite being positioned as an affordable city car, the Zoe's ZE50 version with its 52 kWh battery was certified with a WLTP range of 245 miles, making it genuinely competitive with premium alternatives at a fraction of the cost. The third car on this list is the Hyundai Ioniq Electric, a vehicle that looks ordinary from the outside but hides one of the most aerodynamically optimized bodies ever fitted to a mass-market car, with a drag coefficient of just 0.24 CD, lower than a Porsche 911 at the time of its launch. If you are finding these facts as fascinating as I am, subscribe and like this video right now, share it with someone who loves cars or who is thinking about going electric, and tell me in the comments which of these 3 cars surprised you the most, because what comes next about the Ioniq is the detail that will completely change how you see affordable EVs forever. The Hyundai Ioniq Electric is the kind of car that automotive engineers quietly respect but the general public completely overlooks, and the reason is almost insulting in how logical it is once you understand it. Hyundai's engineers used a dedicated EV platform for the Ionix's powertrain but wrapped it in an incredibly low-drag body developed through hundreds of hours in the wind tunnel, and the result was a car that squeezes every single electron out of its 28 kWh battery with almost surgical precision. Its heat pump system, which many luxury EVs still do not offer as standard, recycles waste heat from the motor and cabin to condition the battery in cold weather, protecting range in winter conditions in a way that competitors at double the price simply fail to match. Long-term ownership data gathered by owners on platforms like Plug in America and MYEV suggest the Ioniq Electric's battery degradation rate is among the lowest recorded for any EV in its generation, with many owners reporting less than 5% capacity loss after 100,000 miles. But there is one final secret about all three of these cars that ties them together and explains exactly why they are gold mines for the right buyer. Their used market prices have dropped so significantly in recent years that in many regions you can purchase a fully functional, low-mileage example of any of these vehicles for less than the cost of a single year of gasoline in a comparable internal combustion car. That is not a guess, that is math, and it is the kind of math that changes lives. If this video gave you a new perspective on what an electric vehicle can really be, please subscribe, give it a like, share it with someone who needs to see this information, and leave a comment telling me which of these three underrated EVs you would choose and why, because this community is built on exactly these kinds of conversations, and the next video is already going to blow your mind.